Although some say that the era of Netflix and torrents means the death knell for cinemas, market leader Golden Screen Cinemas seems to be gearing itself up for the challenge. We talked to CEO Koh Mei Lee about how GSC intends to stay relevant and why it thinks people will keep going to the movies. So the entertainment industry is a tough one, with competition coming from people like Netflix and then online streaming sites, including illegal ones. But when we look at the figures, GSC managed to record higher revenue or profit. Now, was this purely due to, say, higher ticket prices?
No, I wouldn't say that. I think, why people always continue to go back to the cinemas is always the experience. I always emphasize is the big experience that you get. It's a totally immersive, nothing that you can replicate on Netflix, watching it on your telly or watching it on your gadgets. We introduced 4DX late 2017, the first in the country in JB Paradigm, and it was hugely popular. And last year in December, we opened in Klang Valley in One Uttama. We are also the first to have brought in the LED screen in One Uttama, and we've actually enhanced that experience with 3D capabilities, which is the only one in Southeast Asia. And we've also announced that we're bringing in ScreenX. And ScreenX is really a 270 panoramic view where you actually not only get screen in front of you, but you actually get at the side as well.
So looking at the rise in alternative and illegal streaming methods, how does GSC plan to stay relevant, especially in the long term?
We will continually innovate. We will continually be bringing in new products to get moviegoers excited. Piracy and online streaming, this new to the movie industry. We've gone through this cycle many years ago starting with VHS, VCD, DVD, and now streaming. And I always come back to the point that the movie industry is healthy because of the experience, new things that we're bringing in, and technology is great that we will always continue to enhance the immersive experience that you get at the cinemas.
How has business been, since the introduction of the SST? Because you once said a while back that GSC is already dealing with the 25% entertainment tax.
Actually, the SST does not really impact us because it doesn't apply to ticket sales, only for the concessions. The entertainment tax is the one that has a big impact because that's the ticket sales. Our admissions is really very much driven by content. And last year in 2018, even though there was a weak consumer sentiment and a slower economy, but the movie industry continued to really grow. We had about 10% growth in the industry, and it's very much driven by blockbusters like Avengers, Jurassic World. And I think what made a big difference last year was really the local content. It was a really phenomenal year for local content. We had 4 really strong titles, and 3 of them actually made it to the top 10 blockbusters of the year.
So recall that GSC partnered with 20th Century Fox to bring in movies that are not our usual blockbusters. Are we going to see any more of partnerships like this?
It has been very successful because people actually sometimes want a difference other than your usual big blockbuster numbers. And because of the success, we are actually continuing the second round with Fox with under the umbrella of Finest 5, which is 5 new movies. We also welcome the opportunity to work with other content providers and distributors to further enhance this offering. It's been close to about 20 years that we've been doing that, and we work very closely with the local embassies, and currently we have about 8 to 10 film festivals a year. These are like some of the staples people do look forward to, like EU, French, Japanese.
How does this add value to GSC's business?
You don't get that in the other cinema chains. And I think our intentions are always that instead of just the blockbusters, we also want to enhance the I think the awareness
Okay.
of the different cultures that we have globally, right?
Could you give us an update on your Cambodian venture, because we understand that the first outlet there got delayed?
Whenever we go into a new territory, right, we would like to actually work with a local partner, and that's what we are doing in Cambodia. We have joint ventured with our landlord, and we can only open the cinema when the mall is ready, so there was some delay in the construction of the mall. And we also need for us to get to a certain optimum tenant mix, because anchor tenants are very important. We drive the traffic to the mall together. I think we should be able to open in another year.
So besides Cambodia and Vietnam, because GSC has always planned to expand in Indochina, but are you looking at other regions?
We are talking to a few potential partners to go into Laos and Myanmar. The other expansion is also in Malaysia, and in the pipeline we have about 9 projects which we will be opening in key strategic sites over the next 4 years.
Now that we know that GSC is mostly impacted by the entertainment tax and not so much of the SST, but for your other offerings like, let's say the F&B concessionaire, how do you plan to evolve that?
Over the years, we have been introducing a variety of F&B, which actually complements the movie-going experience. We have had new products, especially hot foods. We've introduced like nachos, cheesy chicken strips, crunchy chicken, and in certain locations we even have burgers. But we're always looking to diversify our menu, and in fact we've just started a collaboration with another big brand, which is Starbucks. When we open our IOI Puchong after the renovation, we are collaborating with Starbucks. It's a social activity going to the movies, right? And eating is a very Malaysian habit.